are things that you've learned about Down syndrome in the community?
So one of the sayings in the Down syndrome community is the lucky few. We are part of the lucky few.
Well, I can tell you this. We went to our 32-week appointment as normal. I was actually by myself at the time. Typical appointment, what we thought. And they did their last ultrasound before, of course, delivering. And they noticed that he could potentially have a enlarged gallbladder at the time. Didn't think much of it at that point. They just scheduled for us to come back in the next week and a half or so. They're gonna do another check to make sure. So at that time, we were about 34 weeks along in the pregnancy. And we did the 4D ultrasound at this appointment, which was amazing to see. We had never done that with any of the other kids. So
It's pretty cool to see his face.
yeah, we saw his little nose and ears and all the things. They determined they couldn't, of course, give you 100% positive results.
Most likely he had Down syndrome.
Yes.
So obviously we wouldn't find out until the day he was born, but they were pretty certain at that point. And it was a little scary finding that news out.
Yeah. We struggled after
We
that.
had fear in our hearts. We didn't know the direction. We didn't know what to do at that particular moment. We both sat in the car out in the parking lot and said, where do we go from here? And our church, thankfully, was just about 2 miles down the road. And I said, honey, let's go to church. Let's talk to pastor. Let's get our mindset right from this moment on. One of the most profound things that he said to us, and the thing that really stuck was, you can't look through everything through earthly eyes. He said, I want you to look at your situation, look at what God has blessed you with through heavenly eyes. And I think from that moment forward, everything from there started to look up and to be positive. Honestly, that's probably where a lot of our fears came from.
Yeah.
Was more the medical side of it. Anybody that knows about Down syndrome knows that it can come with quite a few health complications.
On day 42, we surprised the kids. They did not know that he was coming home yet, and got the knock on the door, and they opened it and could not believe it. They screamed, they cried, they were happy, they couldn't believe how small he was. Because
Couldn't wait to get their hands on him.
Yeah, I mean, they had not seen their baby brother
in 6 weeks.
in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So it was such a beautiful moment to have and to share with them, and they just, were just happy, very happy. Finally, a family of 6 all together under one roof. It is the most amazing support group you will ever be in, the Down syndrome community. It's amazing. When you get that diagnosis, you don't know which way to turn. And they allow you to turn to a group that truly knows what you're going through and cares about you, cares about your family, and supports you no matter what. We have a Facebook group, and it is something like I have never experienced before. There are women from all over the country that support you in this journey.
They show you the happiness. They show you the love and how much love is to be had by the Down syndrome community. The community has been a very big blessing in our life and taught us a lot about what to expect. You know, once we got past the fears of all the medical issues and things like that, that Tate was going to be in our life to bless us, to teach us about life, to teach us about love.
And we have to understand too, like, Tate has Down syndrome. He isn't Down syndrome. He's a child. You know, he's a child of God, just like our other kids are. We're raising Tate like we raised our other babies.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we kind of want to talk about what we're recording this for, which is the World Down Syndrome Day, and many, like we didn't know what that really meant prior to this journey. So trisomy 21, which is also known as Down syndrome, the most common form of Down syndrome.
Which is their 21st, it's 3 copies of their 21st chromosome.
Right.
So that's why World Down Syndrome Day falls on 3/21 or March 21st.
If you didn't know, the karyotype of your DNA, if you see a picture of that, those look like socks, and they are colored like crazy socks, believe it or not. So that is
It's kind of a thing, yeah.
it's a thing. So
On
you
World Down Syndrome Day,
Yes.
you wear crazy socks
Wear your crazy
to show your
socks.
support. There's countless stories of people with Down syndrome who far exceed the expectations of maybe limitations that this world sometimes puts on people with Down syndrome. So my expectations as far as Tate's future is a future without limitations.
yeah, there's no stopping him. There's not.
Yep.
He's gonna do great things.